This is the town of Generic. It is a fairly small town, probably a lot like the one you live in. It can be found almost anywhere in the United States or Canada. The people are friendly, and they go about their lives without much thought for the rest of the world, except for what they hear on the news. The people are happy, and life is good. It is extremely unfortunate that Generic is a town in crisis. Underneath the peaceful skin that makes the town appear so nice, there are a number of significant flaws. Emission-spewing cars drive, idle, and honk at one another on the roads. Natural gas burning furnaces heat each and every home. And, worst of all, coal is burned to produce electricity. 20 years ago, this wouldn't have been seen as a problem, but due to the drastic effects of fossil fuel burning, their widespread use cannot continue.
Fossil fuels occur naturally in the Earth's crust. They are, in fact, the remains of plants and animals that died, decomposed, and were buried and squished for 300 million years. Today, we dig up the coal, drill out the oil and gas, and burn it all for nearly everything that requires energy. In fact, 86% of the world's energy comes from fossil fuels. What we have to remember about fossil fuels is that we are consuming them at a rate thousands of times faster than the time they took to form. If this bump represented fossil fuel use from the time we started burning them to when they will be completely depleted in the future, and the line to the left of the bump represented the amount of time they took to form, that line would have to be 8 kilometers long. Fossil fuels are very, very finite. In the near future, their supply worldwide is going to peak and decline. Some say this peak will happen in 2010. Some say in 2050. Some say it's already happened. However, our demand for fossil fuels will not decrease with supply. It is increasing every day and will continue to increase as the population grows, new cars are put on the road, and nations develop. Before long, the gap between supply and demand will be so drastic that we will fall into an energy crisis. Think about everything you use fossil fuels for: driving the car, heating your home in the winter. Imagine you were a coal miner or worked in the oil and gas industry. Now imagine the fuel for all of that became so scarce that it disappeared from your life entirely. Fossil fuels have many other problems. We all know about climate change and how the situation will worsen every day we delay action. However, they also cause acid rain, release radioactive materials into the atmosphere, harm the habitats of wildlife, and pose many health and safety risks for miners and oil drillers. There are so many problems with fossil fuels that we shouldn't have to wait for a crisis to turn away from them.
So, how will Generic do their part to reduce fossil fuel use? Many changes in both attitudes and practices will have to be made. Next time, we'll investigate the coal plant. We hope you'll join us for Replacing Coal. The sky's the limit. Thank you.